Storm Team meteorologist Griffin Hardy here in the Storm Team 42 Weather Center with the latest advisory at 10 a.m. from the National Hurricane Center on Hurricane Dorian. This is an absolute beast of a storm, a Category 5 hurricane now, as it bears down on the Abaco Islands of the Bahamas. It's just, you don't see images like this every day, and you just have to, it almost takes your breath away as a meteorologist, knowing that a storm this powerful is bearing down on a populated island. The Abaco Islands have people on them, and you just really hope that they take the storm seriously and they get to shelter, because now, with the latest advisory from the National Hurricane Center, they found that maximum sustained winds in the storm are up to 180 miles per hour. It's absolutely incredible, some of the wind speeds that are coming in from the storm within the eye wall. And the Air Force has been flying recon missions really since almost constantly for the past couple of days. And in the most recent dropzone data that's been posted to Twitter, they found wind gusts as high as 202 miles per hour just above the surface. It's just unbelievable, some of the wind speeds that are coming in from the storm, and it's still intensifying. You know, the pressure's down to 913 millibars. That's down from the previous advisory where it was around in the 920s or so. And it's moving west now at 7 miles per hour as opposed to 8 miles per hour that it was in the previous advisory. So it is starting to show signs of slowing down, which is some good news for people in Florida. And the forecast track has not really shifted all that much compared to this morning. They still think it's going to be tracking due west. You see it start to curve to the north. And notice how tightly packed all these lines are. That's because of the slow motion of the storm. It's basically going to grind to a halt by tomorrow evening and then start to make that turn to the north. So by Tuesday morning, it won't have moved all that much, just off the coast of Port St. Lucie there and Palm Bay to the northwest. And still likely going to be a Category 4 storm at that time. Then it more than likely just will stay anywhere from between 60 to 80 miles offshore, likely making it up towards Jacksonville by early Wednesday morning. Then it continues that track northeast and starts to pick up some speed as it gets carried off by the jet stream. That trough that's going to pull it off to the north will help to increase that forward motion going into Thursday and Friday. And then by Friday morning, it gets away from most of the Atlantic coast and passes just near the outer banks of North Carolina there. So again, thankfully, we're still thinking that it's going to make that turn to the north, even though the intensity seems to be peaking right now. It stands a good chance of more than likely not making direct landfall in the United States still. So that is the good news to take from all of this. But it is still just incredible how strong this storm is becoming as it approaches the Bahamas and the Florida Panhandle and the Florida Peninsula.